Good morning. It is Monday morning on October 7th on Polyglots of the Week. And I'm your host, Eddie. And I'm tired. And I have a lot of schoolwork to do. But I love you. So I thought maybe I could answer questions from my inbox on my blog. So we're just going to scroll through. If you wouldn't mind, could you talk about how you learned Pashto? I'm still learning Pashto. I use books. Well, I got this a very long time ago. It's essentially kind of a piece of crap, so don't worry about it. This is the main book I use. Pashto, an elementary textbook by Rahmani Nimkhojayev, who's actually from Uzbekistan, but he has his PhD also from Uzbekistan, but in Pashto and Afghan languages. This is part 2. There's also the Habibullah Tigay books, which are available online, and I have links in a post about Pashto resources that I will link down below. And then there's the Qazi Rahimullah Khan book, which it's old, but it was more or less the standard for a long time. And I don't like the transliteration, but it's not a terrible book. It's a nice, handy resource to have. So that's how I learned Pashto. I mean, I'm still learning, obviously, but also, why did you choose each language that you did? I noticed you're mostly in the Middle East, and then you have French. Why is that? So actually, I think I wrote a post on it a long time ago. Maybe I should update, or maybe this video can be it. For those of you who are new, or for those of you who haven't been following my blog or don't know my stuff, I actually didn't start in the Middle East. I started with Spanish. It was my first foreign language when I was 13. And then I moved to teaching myself French and learning Brazilian Portuguese on the internet with a guy through Spanish. Then I did some Italian, and then I did Russian for a while. And then once I hit Russian, it was sort of like, let's learn all the languages. Oh, so in high school, then I tested out my first 2.5, 3 years of French, and I did a French independent study it was called French 3, but we did 3, 4, we prepped for the AP test. I took the AP test, I got a 4, which isn't bad, but I got a 5 in Spanish AP Lang and Spanish AP Lit, which is good, I guess, obviously. They gave me credit for it, so. Anyways, when I got to college, I was supposed to be a triple major in Spanish, Chinese, and French, and I joined an Arabic learning community, and so we took Arabic 1, Introduction to Islamic Civilization, which was insane, because we did the entire Middle East from the time of the Prophet all the way to, we were supposed to get to the Iranian Revolution, but we actually stopped around the 6 Days War in 68. And I fell in love with Arabic. I was taking Chinese. I was good at Chinese, but I wasn't in love with it. I'd really like to go back and learn it one day, but, that's whatever. It's a language, and I'll get there eventually. But I fell in love with Arabic. I fell in love with the Middle East. Arabic it became my major, and I studied abroad for Arabic. And then Arabic turned into Hebrew and Persian, and I sort of dropped Hebrew by the wayside when I started getting more into Persian. I love Persian culture and Persian history and everything. And actually, I was talking to somebody last night about how I was trying to go to Iran 2 years ago, and it didn't work out. And I'm actually very happy, because I'm normally not one to say everything happens for a reason. But since I didn't go to Iran, I studied Tajiki in Arizona. And then from studying Tajiki, I got more interested in Dari in Afghanistan. And I now have my research and my passion in life. I do more Central Asia than I do really the Middle East anymore. So that's how those sort of happen. And then the other ones were sort of out of necessity. I have to be able to read German. I eventually have to be able to read Russian. I'm interested in Khorasan and Translexing, or Mawara Nahd. And so Turkmen and Uzbek are useful for that. I'm doing Pashto. I'm doing Middle Persian now because of my research. I have a book on the analysis of the verbal system in Sogdian language that my laptop's currently propped up on. And yeah, I guess that was sort of your question. That's why like French is there, because French was actually my major in undergrad along with Arabic. So yes, this has been Monday. Oh, Ben's whole what? Oh, like, are we doing this too much in English? I totally agree with you, and I actually want to do this week's video in Arabic. And then I got really busy with work yesterday, and I forgot to record. And now it's like Monday morning, and I have a class, and I don't have time to put subtitles on a video. So next week, I promise, next week's video I will do in a foreign language. You guys can comment or send me messages to see, I guess, what language you'd like to see it in. I'd like to do it consistently in one, and I feel stupid doing it in French because Ben already did his in French. But I can do it in Spanish if you want. I don't think I've made a video of me speaking Spanish on my channel. I have one in French, I have one in Arabic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, or send me asks on my blog, and I'll do next week's video in a foreign language, talking about, I guess, whatever you guys want me to. You can also request that. Sure. Yes. So I tried to do questions last week, and it didn't catch on. Granted, we missed 2 videos last week. Oh, speaking of which, Sophia, I really want that dictionary. Like, if I send you money, can you buy me one and ship it to me, please? Because I cannot find a good Swedish dictionary. I'm just like relying on the stuff in the back of my textbook, which is fine for now, but still. Anyways, and my Swedish roommate, I ask him how to say shit all the time. Yes, so my question last week, I don't remember what it was. And my question this week... Oh, I actually did think of this, and then I just didn't record a video. My question this week was going to be, do you have sort of a preferred language? Not so much in like, do you have a favorite language? Because I hate that question, because I love all my languages. I despise a few, but I love the rest. But do you have one that you sort of accidentally find yourself slipping into? Because, for example, like, Spanish or French are probably like my 2 very best. But I still find myself slipping into French all the time. Not in like this whole like when I'm interpreting Spanish I can't stay in Spanish sort of thing, but just when I think in French a lot, or in Arabic. And maybe it's because that's what I focused on in undergrad, but I see it happening a lot. So do you find yourself like switching into a particular language? That's my question for this week. So let me know in comments down below. Other polyglots, let me know in your videos. And bye.